Hello from Tirana, which is the capital of Albania. Just got here this morning. I caught a bus from Macedonia and I'm only going to be here for about 24 hours. Tomorrow I'm flying out to London, so I'm just going to do a little whirlwind trip here, try and see as much as possible. But I've been to Albania before. I spent about 2 weeks here, and one of my favorite things about this country is how incredibly cheap it is. It's so good, and I'm assuming the capital will be no exception. So today I'm just gonna film a little bit of what I'm doing and show you guys how much it costs, how cheap it is, so then maybe one day you can come here. It can be on your list of good cheap tourist destinations to go to. Oh, and this is my new friend Annie.
Hello.
She's from China. We met on the bus, or we met after the bus ride. We got a taxi to our hostel together, and now we're just gonna hang out for a couple hours and explore Tirana. Okay, so for a quick snack for lunch, just picked up a burek, which is a kind of flaky pastry with filling. Mine is got tomato and onion inside it. My favorite one has meat inside, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Also, a lot of them have cheese inside, but this one doesn't. And this cost 30 lek, which is less than 50 cents, which is pretty good. So, coming at you live from a cable car over the top of the city. So there's a huge mountain that overlooks Tirana, and you can hike to the top, but because we've only got a day here, we're gonna get a cable car up, and it's pretty cool. You get some good views out over the city. The tickets were 1,000 lek, which is pricey for Albanian standards, but oh well, what are you gonna do? And there is Tirana. It's a little bit cloudy, which is surprising because I have had nothing but heat and sunshine for 2 months. Once you get up here, there's like a restaurant, and there's mini golf, and there's like hiking you can do, and hopefully a cafe where I can get a coffee. It's like very resorty and touristy up here, but the view is very, very nice, so it's worth it. Okay, so this is Bunk'art, and it is essentially, well, it was a bunker that was built for the Cold War for rich families to come and hide from air raids and attacks and things like that. And then it kind of got forgotten about. No one really remembers that it was here. And then recently it's been turned into a contemporary art gallery. And every single person who I told I was coming to Tirana told me to come to this place. So here I am. I'm gonna check it out. No idea what to expect, but I've got high expectations because everyone said it was cool. We'll see. Creepy. Okay, so this is very creepy. You can press this button and it simulates a gas attack, which I'm scared about, but oh my god. I don't really understand art and what this is trying to tell me. Okay, finished in the museum. Wasn't really an art gallery. I think I was misinformed. It was more of a museum about the war. It was still very interesting, and it was done in an artistic kind of way. Not what I was expecting it to be, but still a pretty cool place. That bunker is huge. There's 168 rooms or something, and it's all underground, like 2 stories underground. It's freezing cold in there. Weird place, but pretty good. Went out for dinner to a place that was recommended to me by, let's creepy. This guy's just watching me. It's a pretty nice restaurant. Could have gone somewhere cheaper if we wanted to, but it was recommended to me by so many people. And we shared some stuffed peppers, we shared some beans, and we got some bread, and we each got a glass of wine, and it ended up being 650 leks each, which is pretty good for like a real sit-down restaurant owned by a mother and daughter, like really home cooking. So that was absolutely delicious. Came back to our hostel and had a shot of raki, because when it's offered to you, you're not going to say no. And yeah, probably just going to hang out here for the rest of the evening. It's pretty good hostel. This is the room. I think it's a 8 bed dorm, and we're paying 11 euros each. It's pretty good deal right in the middle of the city. Can't complain about that. Good morning. It's a beautiful day in Tirana. I'm just gonna stroll around the city for a bit. I've got a couple of hours until my flight. I'm gonna go to the farmers market and maybe get some fruit. I'm gonna go to a really cool neighborhood called Bloku. It used to be the area where all the communists lived back in the 80s when Albania was a communist country, and like no civilians were allowed in there. It was just all the communist leaders lived there. But now it's become this cool neighborhood with bars and cafes and restaurants and just cool stuff to look at. So I'm gonna go walk around there and just kind of wander around the city a little bit, see what's going on. Last night we did a free walking tour, and honestly now I feel like I've seen every major tourist thing that I need to see. So today is just gonna be chilling out. So fresh and so juicy. Alright, I went to that market and it was in a really nice space. The building has just been renovated, so it's really nice, and it's still got all the old farmers and the old people selling their fruits and vegetables and nuts and olives and everything, but it was very, very overpriced. I bought a peach and it was like double the amount that I pay in a supermarket. Tried to buy some nuts and this guy tried to charge me 1400 lek for just some pistachios and some macadamias. Like, no, I'm not about that, sir, sorry. So yeah, it's a cute market. It's in a cute area with lots of nice restaurants and cafes around it, but there's definitely cheaper places in Tirana to get fresh fruit and veggies. I don't know where, but I'm sure there's somewhere. I was really looking forward to those nuts. They looked very good, but alas, I'm not about to spend $15 on some goddamn nuts in Albania. Soz, bye. I found a cafe to stop in for a coffee, because if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I am constantly in need of coffee. So I've come to, I walked past this really cool bar and I was like, I gotta come in here because it looks really good. Even though I got recommendations for other places, this place looked like the place for me. I ordered my standard go-to drink in Albania and Greece and most of the Balkans, which is a freddo espresso, which is basically just an espresso shot, sort of like frothed up and blended and then put over ice. I got something that definitely just looks more like an iced coffee. Apparently it isn't, and it's a freddo espresso and there's no milk, but I think that might just be the language barrier here. But well, it's not my problem, it's the problem of the person sitting next to me on the plane who's got to deal with the fact that I just had a whole cup of dairy. Okay, I've come to this restaurant for lunch because it looked really good. It had lots of people there. So the menu is all in Albanian, and then I asked for an English menu, and it's literally just like pieces of paper with translations on it, but no prices or anything. So it's going to be an interesting one trying to figure this out. So I ended up ordering meatballs, which came out as sausages, but whatever, it still looks good. And then some salad and of course some bread, which is warm, and it's all delicious. Yum. And that was my last meal here in Albania, which is making me really sad because I have had the best food here. It was so good. Highly, highly recommend Albania as a food destination if you like food. It's a really good mix of, I guess like Mediterranean meets Turkish meets Eastern European, I guess. Super delish. Lots of meat. Alright, I'm about to head to the airport. I have picked up a ham and vegetable sandwich from a bakery for 160 lek. That's gonna be my dinner slash airplane food. Yeah, bakeries here are like on every single corner, and they always have sandwiches and bureks and croissants and all different types of stuff. It's a really, really good place to go if you're wanting something cheap and easy and on the go, you know? So that is the end of my day here in Tirana, or my 2 days. 2 half days equals 1 day. Yeah, as you can see, it's a really, really cool city. It's a really fun place to hang out. I kind of wish I had longer here. I feel like I did everything that like needs to be ticked off the list, but hopefully I can come back with some friends and we can spend more time here and check out all the cafes and the bars and the food, because I feel like the food scene here is really, really good. Like you can do it really cheaply and just eat at bakeries, or you can, you know, go to the restaurants, and even like a full meal out with like heaps of courses is never gonna cost you more than like €7 max, which is pretty good. So yeah, for a whole day here I didn't even really spend that much money, and I did a lot of things. I did a lot of overpriced touristy things as well, and I even went out to a good restaurant. So just goes to show that your money here can go a lot further than if you're in like Italy or France or London or even Greece. It's definitely a really, really cool place to be. Alright, bye.